I'm Mike. I'm Mike. I'm Jane's son. I'm Jane's son. I work in Korea. I work in Korea. I live in Seoul. I live in Seoul. I have a red car. I have a red car. It's very old. It's very old. I need a new car. I need a new car. I don't drive my car every day. I don't drive my car every day. I run every day. I run every day. I know Jin. I know Jin. Jin is my best friend. Jin is my best friend. I work with Jin. I work with Jin. Jin is very tall. Jin is very tall. Jin has a sister. Jin has a sister. Her name is May. Her name is May. I like May. I like May. She's very smart and funny. She's very smart and funny. She doesn't have a car. She doesn't have a car. She takes a bus every day. She takes a bus every day. I'm Mike. I'm Jin. Mike is my friend. I'm Jane. Mike is my son. I'm May. I'm Jin's sister. Is May Mike's friend? No. May is Mike's sister. She is Mike's sister. Is Jane Jin's mom? No. Jane is Mike's mom. She is Mike's mom. Is Jin Jane's son? No. Jin isn't Jane's son. He isn't Jane's son. Mike is Jane's son. Does May have a brother? Yes. May has a brother. She has a brother. I don't work with May. I know Jane. She's Mike's mom. I know Jin. He's my son's friend. I'm not Mike's sister. Does Mike work with May? Mike doesn't work with May. He doesn't work with May. He works with her brother. Does Jin know Jane? Yes. Jin knows Jane. He knows Jane. Is Jin Jane's brother? No. Jin isn't Jane's brother. Is May Jane's sister? No. May isn't Jane's sister. May is Jin's sister. She's Jin's sister. I don't like my car. It's very old. My sister doesn't have a car. Mike doesn't like his car. He needs a new car. I take a bus every day. Does Mike like his car? Mike doesn't like his car. He doesn't like his car. Does Mike have a new car? Mike doesn't have a new car. He has a very old car. Does May have a car? May doesn't have a car. She doesn't have a car. Does Jin have a red car? No. Jin doesn't have a red car. He doesn't have a red car. Mike has a red car. Does Jane need a new car? Jane doesn't need a new car. She doesn't need a new car. Mike needs a new car. Does May take a taxi every day? May doesn't take a taxi every day. She doesn't take a taxi every day. She takes a bus every day. I don't work in London. I work with Mike. My son works in Korea. My brother works with Mike. Does Mike work in London? No. Mike doesn't work in London. He doesn't work in London. He works in Korea. Does May work with Mike? May doesn't work with Mike. She doesn't work with Mike. Does May's brother work with Mike? Yes. May's brother works with Mike. He works with Mike. Does Jane's son work in Korea? Yes. Jane's son works in Korea. He works in Korea. Does Jane work in Korea? No. Jane doesn't work in Korea. She doesn't work in Korea. Her son works in Korea. Does Jane work with Jin? Jane doesn't work with Jin. She doesn't work with Jin. Her son works with Jin. I run every day. I have a sister. Mike doesn't have a brother. He has a sister. I know Mike. He's my brother's friend. Does Mike run every day? Yes. Mike runs every day. He runs every day. Does Jin have a brother? Jin doesn't have a brother. He doesn't have a brother. Does May have a sister? May doesn't have a sister. She doesn't have a sister. She has a brother. Is May Mike's sister? Yes. May is Mike's sister. May is his sister. She is Mike's sister. Does Mike have a brother? Mike doesn't have a brother. He doesn't have a brother. He has a sister. My mom knows Jin. My sister is very smart. May is Jin's sister. She lives in London. Mike doesn't have any sisters. Does Mike's mom know Jin? Mike's mom knows him. She knows Jin. She knows him. Does Jin's sister live in Korea? Jin's sister doesn't live in Korea. She doesn't live in Korea. Is Jin's sister smart? Jin's sister is smart. She is smart. Does Mike have a sister? Mike doesn't have a sister. He doesn't have a sister. Does Jin's sister live in London? Jin's sister lives in London. She lives in London. Is May smart? Yes. May is smart. She is smart. Is May Mike's sister? No. May isn't Mike's sister. She's not Mike's sister. She's Jin's sister. Does Jane know Jin? Yes. Jane knows Jin. She knows Jin.